Hey, we live, huh?
Are we?
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice to hear.
The excitement. Look at us. We're both wearing red and white.
That's right.
I just noticed.
I mean, it's Valentine's Day, so.
Yeah, that's why I wore this. Also, I'm wearing underwear that has little hearts all over it.
Oh, all right. Well, if you can't just talk about it and not show it.
Y'all want to see it?
Yeah. I love it. Okay. Look at that.
Little hearts everywhere.
Are we going to get banned on YouTube?
I mean,
for such
people going to think they logged on to the OnlyFans, bruh.
the Bonely fans.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big Bonely fans, bro. Let's go.
Alan Carrillo just said, so glad I found this channel. What perfect timing for that comment.
You know what? There is a bit of a delay, so he might have said that just before.
No.
He saw the hearts.
He saw that booty. He was like, yo, I'm so glad I found this channel.
Damn, bro.
What's good, everybody? There it is.
Oh, speaking of getting them fingers warmed up, it's Valentine's Day, bro. Can't get them pregnant twice in a row. You feel me?
I mean, don't tell that to Rihanna and A$AP Rocky.
Yo, they have an Irish twin, bro. Oh, yeah. Take it easy. ASAP.
Okay, what's good, everybody? Welcome to the Cooligans.
It's the Cooligans, buddy.
We are here out in New York City.
Don't you dare steal that extra time intro.
From New York, you know, you guys.
I guess we're probably actually still the only ones coming from New York, right? No, Five Aside is New York based.
Five Aside is New York, yeah.
Extra Time will be New York based.
Again?
Right? Once they, I'm assuming, AppleTV got enough money to fly y'all back from the Midwest.
It's gonna be Extra Time from Cupertino.
Yeah, damn, bro. We live in the middle of the donut, bro.
All right, we in the tech hub.
Yo, we in the petty cash room, dog.
So we are here, and we got some. You might have noticed already that the cameras are switching when
bro.
some of us are, or, one of us is speaking.
That's right. We hired a small child who came here on a boat.
It sound like it's Elian Gonzalez.
Yeah. We gonna keep him here this time, though.
Bro, you let it go, bro.
Yeah, I can't,
that
dog.
was years ago.
My uncle threw a chair at an FBI agent, bro.
No, we got a new producer on hand, Mike Malley. Malley, right? I'm pronouncing it correctly?
Yep.
Okay.
There he is. Say hello to the crew.
What's up, everyone? Happy to join the Cooligans team. Happy to be too white to be Elian Gonzalez. I think.
Yeah, no. That's Elias. That's Elias O'Grady.
No, so
Gonzalez.
Meadowlark has sent them over to give us some support. So, maybe we got to get you a camera so people, eventually can see you at some point.
That would be great. I want to read Alan Hernandez's comment.
Go for it.
Because he said, crashed my garage truck into some girl that cut me off. Now I get to listen to this live. Every word created a new story,
bro. We need to revert. We need to turn the cameras on your life, bro, because that is more interesting.
How can we tune into your YouTube live?
Because we cannot compete with that. Well, basically, nobody in the chat put anything more entertaining than what's going on right now.
Wow,
you can't be doing that.
You gotta hold on to that, bro. Don't ruin our show by having your insane TLC reality show.
You gonna spill that kind of tea and not let us drink it?
Jesus. Silhouettes Rock said, cooler fans going Alexis, and Alexis has 3 X's.
Oh, right, yeah, because
so that's our only fans is Cooler Fans.
Cooler Fans.
Coolie Fans might be already a website, to be honest. If you know what Coolie means.
It's just, it's too much booty for this early in the afternoon.
You know what? People going to think it's a bakery website. It's a whole lot of cake. You feel me? By the way, Mike, you do not have to hold the laughter in. You let it out, buddy.
I got you.
The streets need to hear.
To know how funny you guys are.
Thank you.
Crimson Pizza just said, Mike Malley, that's a good Marvel Comics name. Strong Peter Parker energy in that name.
That is like that. Like your family's hiding what nationality y'all really are. Because like at some point, like 50 years ago, they were like, let's just pick a white name, bro. I'm tired of all these signs people be putting on our windows.
It might have been even whiter. It might have been O'Malley.
Yeah, 100% was O'Malley. And they're like, it's too French for us.
So, hello, everybody. Welcome to the Cooligans. My name is Chritian Polanco.
That's right. I'm Alexis Guerrero.
Okay, and when we're not talking about Alexis's booty, we're talking about...
Clap, 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 clap.
We're talking about American soccer.
Bro, you want to hear what it sounds like when I go to the bathroom?
Shots fired.
Directly into a toilet.
So welcome. We have to start with obviously the tremendous news coming out of the south of England.
Bro,
Because
how did this happen? How did Jesse Marsh pull over Charleston?
King Jesse,
Bro.
out here, he's like, I don't even need unemployment insurance.
Nah. Y'all need to dial back on the paperwork because I think your boy just found another gig.
My man was looking for work while he still had a job, bro. That's the way to do it.
Bro, he gave his 2 weeks notice while already at the other gig.
So Jesse Marsh, it's all signs are pointing to he will be announced as the manager for Southampton,
Bro.
after just getting sacked from Leeds mere minutes ago.
He went from Leeds to a beach town. This man walked backwards into gold. I don't know how.
So look, Southampton are also, they're in a rough spot, right? Because they're in the relegation zone. They're fighting to not get relegated.
Look, he's the new Sam Allardyce,
He's
bro.
the
He
new-
shows up, he saves your team, gets a big old paycheck, drinks a pint of wine, tries to sell one of your players to a
Of course,
third-party ownership.
it's in a box, of course.
Yeah, of course, bro. He's American he's from the Midwest, right? He's from like somewhere in
He's
Wisconsin?
He's not Jersey?
No, he's
Oh,
like Wisconsin or Illinois.
Maybe. Yeah, he paid for the Fire, so maybe somewhere in the Midwest.
No,
I don't know.
he's a Midwestern boy.
We'll
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
confirm. Look it up. Mike, you can look it up when you get a chance. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is also part of your job description.
Mike,
Where is
do-
Jesse Marsh from?
Mike, do it or you're fired. Dude. Make us sound like we know what we're talking about.
Racine, Wisconsin.
Racine.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, okay.
Bro.
My man, he loves cheese. Let's do
Yo.
it. So,
Squeaks when you against your teeth, bro. Did you know that?
that cheese does that?
The cheese curds. That's
Cheese
how you know it's
curds.
good cheese curds. It squeaks on your teeth.
Oh, bro, that sounds like a clogged artery, bro.
Well, yeah, no, that's the end result. But at first, it squeaks against your teeth to alert your cardiologist.
okay, work.
That's coming in. What a great reference to what a DJ sounded like in 1995.
So Jesse Marsh getting this job, I think, is pretty surreal. I mean, just because you think of who was the manager at Southampton just prior.
Oh, Hansen Huddle.
No, that wasn't him. Before. It was another Nathan something. Nathan Jones.
What happened to Hansen Huddle?
Hansen Huddle got let go because
Yeah,
Southampton.
that was the guy before him.
They were very bad with him.
Yeah.
So-
I thought there were moments where they were good, but he did hold a lot of 9-0 L's. That's a tough.
You can't hold those. You can't hold those.
No, you need to drop them joints.
But but this is kind of this is surreal, I think, for an American manager.
Even Kevincho saying, "Oh, so why is Jesse getting another job?" That man had been fired from the Montreal Impact, fired from the Red Bulls, fired from Leipzig. No, not Salzburg. Salzburg, he got promoted to
Did
Leipzig.
he didn't get he got fired from Red Bulls?
I believe so.
Didn't he leave? No, he left.
He left. He got promoted to Salzburg.
Yeah.
Salzburg promoted to Leipzig. Leipzig fired Leeds.
Yeah.
Leeds fired Southampton. Might as well just say Southampton fired now.
Okay.
For at some point, look, every manager gets fired, right?
This is 6 degrees of Red Bull, I guess. I don't know. But this is kind of surreal. We don't, we still are in the
Was not fired by the Red Bulls.
right. Yeah. We're still sort of in the aftermath of Bob Bradley at Swansea.
But this is a good sign for an American
This is
manager.
an incredible sign.
Yeah.
The stock price for American managers is through the roof.
Right.
If Jesse Marsh, after having the career he had, the time he had at Leeds,
Right.
and we were like, nah, I think he still got it. They don't know him. They didn't understand him like I understand him.
Right. I think he's the Dogecoin of American managers.
Yeah, of
Let
course.
me explain, because everyone knows
Elon,
Bitcoin.
tweet about Jesse, bro.
Yo, get on Twitter. Hire him for Manchester United when you buy Manchester United. Everybody knows about Bitcoin, right? And people were like, Ethereum, that's who's next. And then scrappy little Dogecoin pops up. A couple people tweet about it, blows up, and everyone was like, that's not going to happen again. And then it hits another rally. It doesn't go as crazy, but it hits another rally. This is that second rally.
Alexis is desperately hoping Dogecoin goes
I'm
up
just gonna
and
say it a
recovers
lot.
all the money he lost.
Again, didn't lose any money, thankfully.
Alexis is heavily leveraged.
Yeah, I pulled all my money out. I pulled all my original investment
Guys
out.
are trying to inflate
But
the
now
price.
I would like to also pull out some extra money. Would be great. At least I didn't buy no NFTs, bro. Some of y'all bought NFTs. You bought NFTs.
I bought Jeff Gouvea's NFTs. I was
Damn.
supporting a homie's project. It was pretty dope.
Wah, 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 wah.
They were literally like 30 cents.
Okay. Well, damn, what'd you do with all those 85 cents?
It was like a trading card game.
It's too much, bro. Y'all doing too much, bro. Don't nobody know nothing about no NFTs.
Paulo Nelson said, "Your pullout game is strong, Alexis."
Bro, I know when to pull out, trust me. Well, one of us is having a kid and the other one isn't. Guess who?
Okay,
Bro,
so
hold on a second. Jamal, back in the chat for the American show. I don't know why you here.
where were you yesterday?
Jamal said they have hit rock bottom, guys. Southampton fans don't care. They don't care. They want anybody. Alexis could get the job, and they don't care. Again, Jamal, just coming in here with positive vibes.
But they
loves
could
to spread
they
joy.
could have went with anybody. But they went
didn't.
with the American manager available. They felt that he was the best option available. That's still saying something.
The fact that he got rehired after Leeds is already a massive positive.
Because you would imagine, or at least I think the thought of an American manager in the Premier League is like,
Dude, 3 years ago, people would have been like, "Are you crazy?"
running back home, tail between his legs, hoping
Right.
for a job in MLS.
They're not nice to me over there. That's what you think is gonna happen.
Yes, that's how Bob Bradley reacted, right?
Manager is like, "They're not nice to me over there."
But I think it's. Do I think Southampton get relegated? 100%. I don't think he is changing their destiny. They are a pretty bad
I don't
team.
know, man. He saved the team once before. I think he could run it back.
I mean, I tweeted
But
this
that
earlier.
means everything gets relegated.
That doesn't mean that.
That does mean that, bro.
It means. But what if Southampton stay up and Leeds get relegated?
Well, the negative here.
That would be.
If you had one bullet in the gun and you had to pick between Tyler Adams' Premier League career, Brendan Aronson's Premier League career, Weston McKennie's Premier League career, or Jesse Marsh's Premier League career, who you picking?
Yeah. This is like that. What's that train thing of the person that like conundrum thing where the person has to pull the lever to either
Trolley problem.
the trolley problem. Thank
Never
you.
heard of
You never
this.
heard of the trolley problem?
No, I've heard of like Solomon's thing where it's like, fine, I'll cut the baby in half. And the real mom goes, no, but the other mom's like, I'll take half a baby, dude. Half a baby is dope, dude.
The trolley problem is this.
Are you actually?
This is the real thing. This is exactly what you just said.
So do you kill the person closest to you that you can, I guess, talk to?
Right.
Or do you let it
one
kill-
is Jesse Marsh. At the top is Jesse Marsh, which
And
is
the
just
bottom
one,
is all the American
or
players
all
at
the
Leeds.
American players at Leeds.
Yeah, sorry, Jesse, you about to get choppity chop.
So it's like
How is this a problem? One person versus five?
you still somebody will die. Either one person or
No.
several
Your
people.
inactivity will also mean somebody dies.
Correct. So the fact that you have to make a decision.
No,
is
that's not. It's not much of a decision. Unless if you put swastikas on all those 5 people,
Okay,
then
well-
it's not much of a decision.
Well,
then
that's
you
not-
let it happen.
That isn't the trolley
That's
problem.
what I'm saying. This isn't really why. This is a philosophical meme. How?
This is
Yo, do you hit this button and not let 5 people die? Or do you not hit the button and let 5 people die? Someone's gonna die.
Correct. Yeah, and that's it's a
This would be
philosophical
better
problem.
if the guy with the thing was the driver. Then that's a bit of a better. It should also there should be a third option, which is to derail the trolley.
So yes, that's exactly what.
This isn't a philosophical meme. This is 10 seconds in any 101 philosophy class.
In that scenario, look, I'm not. I would say for
So what are you doing?
sporting,
That you both of you know philosophical memes, bro.
Look,
Philosophy 101, bro.
we've made it quite clear throughout years of doing this show. You have no interest in reading books or reading or really educating yourself in any way that isn't related to food. So got it, all good.
Yeah, Justin Freeberg. Yeah, I'm not stopping a trolley that's about to run over Nazis, bro. I'm gonna be like, all right, peace, bro.
Okay. Look, if that makes you feel better in this,
I mean, it's not really
fine.
Maybe I'm looking at this meme through the Newark, lens.
All I'm saying, I know, I'm pretty certain that Tyler Adams, Weston McKennie, and Brendan Aronson are not Nazis, and so we don't want.
You know what you do? You make the single one a baby, and then you make the 5 adults, and then that's a bit more, because that's a tougher decision. Because you can't choose to let a trolley roll over a baby.
Why not, Alexis?
Because that's kind of a difficult choice. Because it's the baby. It's got its whole life ahead of it. This could be the baby that cures cancer.
I love that this is your first reaction to seeing this.
What's the typical
and
reaction?
now you're thinking of what evil or very delicate thing to put to be sacrificed.
Yeah, look, no, but here's the thing. You're not pressing the button to make the trolley go forward.
No.
The trolley's in motion.
Yeah, it's
going.
Someone
catching his L, right?
Okay, we don't need to break this down anymore.
All I'm saying, what did you two think about when this popped up? What's the real
There's
issue
no
here?
right. The point is that there's no right solution. It's in sort of allegory of life. Like this is a problem in life that you have to deal with, where somebody will suffer.
I
This
think
ain't
like
really-
the dilemma is that if you don't do anything, the train kills the 5 people. But if you do something, it only kills the 1 person. So your action will either kill more people if you don't do anything, or kill less people if you actually physically do.
But still, somebody will die, and that's what is
But this
the
is
challenge.
the thing. So you actually can make the choice. You can make the decision for less people to die. So what's the problem?
Look, Crimson Pizza, and we'll end it here because I cannot believe we spent more than 5 minutes talking about this. He says, by the way, Alexis, you're doing exactly what the trolley problem is for. The whole point is that it starts this discussion and breaks into variations. So look, you're doing right. You passed philosophy, Alexis. Well done.
Of course. I glowing reviews in philosophy class, might I add. I just didn't read any of the books they suggested.
Got it.
But you know what? Turns out your boy didn't need it.
So my answer to about Jesse Marsh or the American players that play at Leeds, I will say, like anything, it is sporting merit is what's the priority. If Leeds deserve to stay up, then they stay up, and those American players get to stay in the Premier League. If they do not, then they have to. No, the light just went out.
Your light went out?
We've been dealing with this from time to time. It's all good. So this is the main issue. If Leeds stay up and they earn it, then cool. But if they don't, then they don't. And and if Southampton can pull some surprise and Jesse Marsh stays up, it is what it is. I don't want Leeds to get relegated, but it's an interesting situation that we are in now, which I don't think anybody expected.
I'm happy for Jesse Marsh and what that means for, American soccer and all that jazz.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the success of Leeds is more important. Leeds staying up is more important for America.
Okay.
And that, to me, is way more important
I wonder
than Jesse Marsh's, Indeed or whatever, his LinkedIn. You know what I mean?
I wonder if the American players at Leeds have relegation clauses where they will essentially have to be sold if they get relegated. I wonder if they do.
I bet you, first of all, I think Weston McKennie will play himself into a better contract. Apparently, I don't know if you saw this. There was, what's his name? Who's the, Tim Ream said that there were conversations between Weston McKennie and the club.
Oh,
At
Fulham. Okay.
Yeah. Pretty dope.
Would have been interesting.
He had some options.
Yeah. So we'll see when the official announcement is out. But again, still pretty surprised that this is even
Speaking of
happening.
Americans getting jobs in Europe, did you hear who's taking Virgil Abloh's place at Louis Vuitton?
No, I don't.
You want to guess?
Who is taking Virgil? Kanye West.
No, I'll give you a
Weren't
hint.
they close?
I'll give you a hint. Boo, boo.
Mega
That's a
Man?
hint.
What?
No. Listen to what I just said. Boo, boo.
Why is this? I don't know.
Pharrell.
So you go, pew. Who in the chat knew what the hell Alexis
That
was
was
talking
the
about?
NERD sound.
God.
No,
I'm
Mike.
sorry. I'm
You,
sorry.
this is such
Mike,
a.
you ain't keeping up?
This is such a what a wild waste of time.
What? Pharrell is the head of Louis Vuitton men's.
Just say what you were talking
Okay,
about.
fine. So the trolley can hit the pew.
Wow.
This is huge.
Okay.
That's huge.
Sure.
I'm happy for him. Apparently you don't. Okay, so you hate Pharrell. We got that
People
out.
say I look like Pharrell. I got told I look like him for a long
Bro,
time.
we need to go to Paris and test this out, bro.
Okay, well, congrats to very successful.
The chat says nobody knows what Alexis is talking about. David Morales said, Alexis, you okay, bro? And then Crimson Pizza said, I heard it was Virgil Bablow. Yeah, Mike, we replaced a lot of first letters with B's on this show.
Okay.
You're going to get into it.
Yeah. It's
Okay, Bike Bally.
Yeah, I got you.
R2D2 over at Louis Vuitton says Justin Friedberg.
I don't know. It's weird. I think you
barely-
think people understand how your brain works.
It was a hint, bro. I'm not telling you this is the sound didn't become that.
It sounded like Mario dying in a video game, bro. In the 8-bit.
Is that the sound?
It was terrible.
Before
Anyway.
we talk about this, let's talk about MLS club values.
Okay, yes.
Because it is the thumbnail, and we generally want to get to the thumbnail before the 20-minute mark. Now, we don't know. All we know is
Jamal just said, man just made noises.
it's a hint, bro. Y'all suck at hints, dude.
Unreal.
Crimson Pizza said Pele voice actor. God, there's a lot, Mike.
Mike,
You're gonna have
we
to
gotta
really...
give you the whole legend. There's too
Yeah,
much.
there's a lot.
The glossary. We gotta.
Justin Bieber put pew pew pew.
I kill my phone. Go ahead.
What, y'all not NERD fans? What happened, bro?
I'm sorry.
He
I
hasn't been relevant for 15 years.
Also,
bro.
he
Everybody
did
knows
that.
Pharrell.
He did that. Pharrell did that in 2 or 3 songs with a guy who now would be one of the people I said was laying in front of the trolley. It's kind of I don't want to say his name.
Got it.
Because they're mad at. You heard they're mad at Rihanna for singing some songs that guy produced.
Yes. Yeah.
Why would you be mad at that, bro? That's her career.
It's pretty stupid. Yeah, that's a very childish thing to be. Whatever. To
Those people need to get off the internet.
yes.
anyway,
right.
she was great. She's a queen.
Yeah, bro. 6 months pregnant, shimmying 7,000 feet above a stadium, bro. Suspended.
Did you see that clip? Somebody, one of the dancers almost fell.
Yeah.
That was pretty wild.
Bro, when we would have never known their name, dude.
Anyway, okay.
So, pew, pew.
MLS value. So I saw.
We know, you and I know, because it was very well, publicized. LAFC, first MLS club to reach $1 billion.
The valuation, yes, a billion Dogecoin. It's a very, very valuable club.
I think one of the clubs doesn't even hit that.
So this is interesting because when you hear that kind of number for MLS clubs, there's a few reasons why those values are so high, and mainly is the main reason is because there is no relegation. So the
I would say the main reason that those valuations have gone so high is because it's a single entity.
both are all factors. Just
Yeah.
the safety of the asset is really the main thing that's keeping its value puts its value so high. Because we all think of MLS and we think it's like a retirement league and blah blah blah. But
Well, Forbes did release, I don't know if you could see it. Mike knows this information. We don't, by the way.
Yes.
All we know is LAFC is first. So we're going to guess 2 through 6. So the other top 5.
right.
And I guess we'll guess who's the bottom 3 or whatever, or the bottom 5.
Who's gonna get relegated? And
Hey, bro, you out.
who are the brokest owners?
Yeah, you get relegated to a broke boy. Bruh, nobody wants you in your Samsung phone around here, broke boy. But I think Forbes detailed what their valuation is, but it's not just because you're not getting relegated. It's also based on what investors have said.
Of course.
There's
Yeah.
like a whole structure. I don't know if can you see that?
Yeah. So it says that I'm trying to find like the specific
I mean, I don't think we need to know all the details. I mean, we're not a financial show.
Well, news for you, because now when the stock goes up, you're gonna hear pew pew. Pew, pew. I'm so mad y'all didn't get that, by the way. So I got a lot of sounds. I could do more of this if you guys want.
Alexis, you are 100 years old.
P.
Bro.
Morton says brokies can't hang. So stupid. So we know, look, $1 billion is a significant amount. I don't know what the value is, but what's like what's a mid-table? Let's see what Everton valuation is.
Oh yeah, it would not even be close to $1 billion.
You don't think so?
No. Most there aren't many Premier League teams that would even reach $1 billion.
The figure places. Wait, hold on. The Liverpool Echo, who was famous for turning our words around and making a player we interviewed look bad, said the Blues have been pegged, sounds uncomfortable, by Sportico as having a valuation of 600 million pounds. No, dollars. 485 million pounds.
Yeah, that's about right. And I think most Premier League clubs are pretty much around there.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's cheaper to buy Everton than it is to buy LAFC.
But there was the guy who bought Bournemouth, who was an American owner, said that exact thing. He was like, why would I spend all this money when I could buy a Premier League club for a third of the price? So that's just a factor. But again, the reason though some Premier League clubs are
that will change with the new stadium, obviously.
Right, but the one of the main reasons is why Premier League clubs are so much cheaper.
The risk that it goes down.
It's just it's such a higher risk in of an investment.
And MLS clubs, just like your prom date, will not go down. You feel me?
Damn, bro. Sorry about your prom, dog.
Damn, dog. Yo.
Couldn't be me.
Bro. She did what someone else did. Christian's like, couldn't be me, because I didn't go to prom.
Bro, I'm a nerd.
Okay, listen. The values of the clubs. I guess we could, text it? I don't know. Write it down? What do we...
No, just guess. What who do you think is 2?
Number 2?
Who's the next most valuable club in MLS?
If LAFC is number 1, it'd have to be one of the major cities, right? So it'd either have to be Inter Miami, doesn't feel right. NYCFC, maybe not. They did win, but they don't have the big names. The closest big names would probably be LA Galaxy.
Okay, so you think
Right?
it's Galaxy.
Chicharito, they got their own stadium.
I think my guess would be valuation Atlanta United.
It'd have to be a big city, though.
It doesn't have to be anything. What's number 2?
Wait, hold on. Can we guess the value? If that's $1 million, I'm saying number 2.
I mean, we're gonna be here all day.
No, we're not. Just say a number, bro. I'm gonna say 920.
I'm gonna say 800.
It is LA Galaxy at 925 million.
Look at that.
Alexis.
Okay, 1 point.
Good for you. Okay, then so
Number 3.
number
If LA
3.
Galaxy, then who'd you say? Atlanta United?
I said Atlanta United.
Nah, it's got to be. It can't be Seattle Sounders, even though they're in NYCFC. I think NYCFC is.
It's
Because
either
Atlanta United doesn't have their own stadium.
it's either Atlanta or Toronto because
Toronto,
spends a lot of money.
good pick. But no, Toronto got a tiny stadium.
who do you think it is?
I'm saying NYCFC, and I'm saying the value is, 925 you said?
Yeah.
I'll go 900 or like 895 or something like that.
I'm gonna say Toronto 850.
It was Atlanta at 850.
Oh,
You talked yourself out of
I
it.
talked myself out of it.
850. You got the number right, though.
I did.
So, no, who gets a point? Neither one of us.
Nobody cares. What's
Next. Great. Make this look really exciting and competitive for the video. This is great. Good job, Christian. The next one would be number 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then, yeah, I got to be NYCFC, no?
I don't
Or you already said Atlanta United. Who? Toronto? Could it be Toronto?
It could be Toronto.
Who do you pick?
I'm gonna say Toronto again.
You sticking to Toronto?
Yeah.
I'll stick to NYCFC.
Yeah, it's NYCFC at 800.
800?
Yeah.
That's not a bad. 800 to $1 billion? It's only 200 million. A
Right.
stadium puts you over that.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be number 1, obviously.
Okay.
And then after NYCFC, we know it ain't the Red Bulls, bro.
Damn, bro. Your voice got deep there.
This is how I normally talk. This is my Valentine's Day. Happy St. Valentine's, everyone. Who would it be? Sounders 750 says Crimson Pizza. That's a good shout. Alexis is a stadium size queen, says Paolo Nelson. Yeah, I'll go Sounders 750. I'll steal Crimson Pizzas.
Okay. I feel like Crimson Pizza has the list in front of him.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, then that wouldn't help. It would help me, though.
I'll say
Inter Miami got to be up there.
I guess so. Yeah, Inter Miami. I'll go Inter Miami.
I'm pretty surprised it's DC United at 700 million.
Wow.
DC United at 700?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, okay, so that's number 6, right?
That's number 5.
Number 5, so we got to guess one more.
Yeah,
DC United Stadium.
Stadium.
Big city.
Big stadium.
Not big enough for me, but for some.
Okay. So last
Then
one.
it's got to be Toronto.
It has to be Toronto.
Or Inter Miami. Toronto or Inter Miami? I'm going to go Toronto. It's got to be Toronto.
I'll say Inter Miami.
Biggest club in Canada, too.
It's Toronto at 690.
690. 69, bro. With a 0. That's you. All right, so bottom 3. Let's go. Bottom 3. You want to go absolute last or you want to go third to last first?
Absolute last. We'll start from the bottom up.
Oh.
I mean, that's
Is it Whitecaps?
could be white.
San Jose?
San Jose has a new
They got their own
stadium.
stadium. They got their own stadium,
And
so
it's
no.
a nice stadium too.
Longest bar in California.
Some people prefer length.
Of course, that's why I know it. It's a little thin, to be honest with you. DC United being top 5 is kind of crazy. Bottom. Who's like the worst, the perennial worst? It can't be like FC Dallas. They've invested quite a bit. They've got their own stadium. Think of the top teams. I think all the top teams have all won MLS Cup. Yeah, that's probably a part of it. It's not Montreal.
I mean,
Who's like the worst? We got to do this together now. We're not competing against each other.
I mean the Fire. Oh, no,
Fire.
but they've been around a long time.
They've been
so I
around
doubt
for a
they're
long
in the bottom
time. They've
3.
won MLS Cup before.
Yeah.
It's got to be someone like, bro, even Columbus has their own stadium now. They probably were valued because of how small the market is.
Yeah.
That can't be it. It's definitely not Austin. In fact, I'm shocked Austin ain't in the top 6. Bro, it's got to be like Kansas City's won a bunch. It's got to be like Colorado.
Okay.
Colorado or
Colorado? I feel like it's in the bottom 3.
Colorado got to be in the bottom 3.
Right. So
Shouts to
how about
put
that?
it-
Should we ask?
Are we going bottom?
I mean, it's gonna be just. I think we should just guess if any of these are in the bottom 3.
Okay, so let's pick the 3 teams that are in the bottom 3.
Right.
Okay,
Colorado
we've agreed on. Whitecaps got to be in there, right?
I'm comfortable with Whitecaps being in there.
Okay. Who else is in the bottom 3? They're saying Nashville. Nashville can't be in the bottom 3.
Nashville cannot be.
They
in
got
the
their
bottom
own
3.
stadium. Who don't got a stadium? Who's like the bummiest team to go play against?
MLS has raised its there's not in a way that's like, oh God, we gotta go there again. I feel like every place is generally nice now.
But who don't care? Who hasn't adjusted their logo in the last Revs? Even though they adjusted the logo.
They're associated with the Patriots. There's no way, and they've been around a long time.
I think you could separate that.
No, but the valuation of the club is still.
So we have 2 clubs. We have 2.
Yeah.
Rapids, Whitecaps. Give me one more. One more bottom feeder. FC Cincinnati, no. They've got their own stadium. Damn, bro. Everybody got their own stadium.
I'm
Chicago Fire?
Fire. I'm going to say the Fire.
Okay, Fire, Rapids, Whitecaps.
That was pretty good. So Rapids are the lowest.
Rapids are the lowest.
Tough for your boy Stan Kroenke, 350 million.
Wow.
Damn, bro. That's like barely what. That's what you paid for the team, bro.
I got that in my couch.
Ooh, Salt Lake. We didn't think of Salt Lake.
Oh, yeah, but
Riot? No, the Riot big.
Second bottom is Montreal at 375.
wow.
Damn, poor Montreal,
Surprising.
bro.
They're still a pretty good team.
Thierry Henry was your manager. He worth more than that, bro.
Yeah, and then third bottom is Dallas at 400.
Dallas.
That's a surprise too, but maybe it's being in Frisco. They also don't really spend that much on
They've
players.
spent more in the past 2 years.
academy. You would think just
That's 2023 numbers too.
Yeah.
you would think that the academy alone would raise the
Dude, they've
value
sold
of
so
the,
many
of the club.
players.
Yeah. So surprising, but
Bro.
okay.
Damn. So what was it? Rapids lowest, Montreal,
Dallas.
and then Dallas.
Then Vancouver was next, so you guys weren't. too far off.
Hey.
All
Damn,
right.
yo, Chicago Fire catching strays. Where was Chicago?
Chicago was pretty high. Oh no, I lied. 23 out of 20.
Not bad. Not bad.
Okay, but there are 97 MLS teams, so that's not bad at all. Okay, well done. We did it. All right.
Wow, dude. I mean, from $1 billion to what'd you say Colorado was? 300?
Yeah.
That's a massive gap, bro. How you got a gap of 750 million in your own league?
Well, they say, well, look, I mean, there's no pressure necessarily to spend more. I mean, again, you're not.
So
gonna,
you're seeing the positives of.
I mean, this is the
conundrum.
This is the trolley problem of MLS.
It really isn't the trolley problem. I'm shocked you both knew that.
But
I'm disappointed in you, Mike.
But you know, some owners want to spend more, and some do not. And this is in pretty much every American sports league where the haves and the have-nots. There was a great conversation on Le Batard show. Chris Whittingham, John Skipper, and Dave Sampson had this exact conversation about what the sort of future of a lot of the American sports looks like. And we're talking about baseball and how they're kind of fighting for just attention and ratings and how it's all going to work. Like, are we going to leave the regional sports model and go for like an Apple deal?
It's too many games, bro.
So, but the main thing is here.
Too many games in a season, too many games happening at once.
It's just what it all ends up going to, and I think Samson or Skipper made this point that was great. It all ends up going to a super league where the owners that have the most money are like, we don't need these weak ass teams and owners that these broke boy owners that don't want to spend money. We should start our own league, and it's like, what if baseball was Yankees, Red Sox,
Dodgers.
Angels, Dodgers, and it's just those teams. And then it's like the Marlins are just asked out, and they got to figure out what they're gonna do. And so this is how you.
I honestly think, and not to get into this conversation, but in baseball in particular, there's already a AAA, there's already a AA, there's already a single A. It's sitting right there. Promotion and relegation will completely change the way baseball is viewed in this country.
Yes, it would change it. It would collapse immediately.
I don't think it would collapse. I don't think it would collapse because, first of all, there'd probably be buyers for whatever, the Trenton Thunder, in those clubs. And there would already be buyers that are ready and prepared. There's, first of all, more than enough youth players, more than enough players capable of playing in the big leagues that don't get that chance. It would absolutely, you change the season, you shorten the season quite a bit, you get promotion and relegation. It would completely change the structure of baseball in this country, and maybe more people would care about it.
Okay, well, good luck with that.
Okay, so look out, Marlins.
People have been trying that.
You're going to the double
for years, but baseball is suffering. A lot of people are not watching baseball like they used to. Okay, Ben Skolnick said, "Look at Christian name dropping the boss." Hey, okay.
We're paid to bring them up once every few hours.
What do you mean? I wear this shirt all the time.
Bro, this is our uniform when we're not here.
This is my evening wear.
We've been asked to wear the Dan Le Batard Show shirt to the bank every time we go.
Okay, so I want to move on because that's a whole other.
Nick Red said, next up in the World Series, the Trenton Thunder. Bro, look out for the Trenton Thunder.
Okay, I want to talk about this real quick because Canada is going through it right now.
Before we do that,
speaking of cold places,
why don't we talk about how we relax, huh?
Let's go. Coors Light brought you see the little sticker thing up there. I don't even know how to get to it.
Just look upright if you're here.
But today's show brought to you by Coors Light. Always looking out for the Cooligans, especially when we need to take a break. When life can get a little bit hectic, a little bit crazy. There's nothing better than relaxing with a Coors Light.
People wonder if we're like this when the show isn't on, and the truth is, of course we are. We're hilarious, right? We stay hilarious. But it's a lot to be on all the time.
Mm-hmm.
After I'm done being on stage, that adrenaline you feel if you're coming off stage, but you also feel like that mental exhaustion. You're just like, dude, I just want to chill. I just want to relax. Maybe some of the comics are like, yo, let's go grab a drink. You think to yourself, I know the exact drink I want right now, which is a nice, cold Coors Light. You pop open the can and give me the can with the blue mountains. You know why?
Okay. Yes, I do know why. But
Well, why don't you tell me? Not a hypothetical question.
because you said give me the can with the blue mountains, but if you see the blue mountains, that you know it's cold enough for you.
That's right. So if the mountains aren't blue on the can, then you know what that means? It ain't cold enough for your boy.
Okay, it's not ready for
No,
Alexis.
no. It may be ready for other, people in this establishment, but not your boy Alexis. Because I know that the can is literally made to chill. So if I want to chill, I grab the can that's made to chill, and that is a nice, cold Blue Mountain having Coors Light.
Let's go. So when you want to hit reset, grab the beer that's made to chill. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door with Drizzly or Instacart by going to CoorsLight.com/Cooligans.
Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Let's go. Justin Freeberg just said seamless ad read transition as always.
Bro,
It's getting.
you don't even know it's coming, dude.
We're getting snakier and snakier. So, all right, let's move on to Canada soccer because there's a lot of drama there, especially with the Canada women's soccer. So, if you've been paying attention to on Twitter, there was a strike. You know, the She Believes Cup is coming up in a little bit. Canada
And we
is scheduled.
we love seeing this. We love seeing the players, ask for equal representation and fight
Right.
for what's right.
So Canada Soccer announced that there were going to be a few cuts to the budget, and the Canada women's team are like, "Yo, it's a World Cup year. Well, why are you talking about
Right.
budget cuts?"
Also, it's probably Sinclair's last World Cup.
Right, Christine Sinclair.
So it's like, come on now, right? You want to go out on Tizat. You
Right.
know what I mean?
And-
you don't want to hear about no budget cuts.
not the right time.
No, why don't we do that after the
So,
World
and,
Cup?
and we're talking about Christine Sinclair in particular because if you follow her on Twitter, she has obviously
Bro, she put on that, that green visor that like old timey accountants wear.
Right.
She got that. She dug into the data,
she
bro.
refilled the calculator with the receipt paper.
She hit that old school pencil sharpener you had in school, bro.
'Cause she
that
brought-
looked like the gun. You know what I'm talking about? With the different. No one ever moved that. She sharpened a bunch of pencils. She did the little thumb tap, and then she got to work, bro.
Because she got the receipts and
You love this because they're spreadsheets.
I love it. I love a good spreadsheet. Okay, because it really this show is data driven. Okay,
100%. If there's any reason you come here, it's for data.
but this is an interesting thing. So the way it all started, and just to give a kind of a sequence of events. Canada, the players, I guess union, the Canadian soccer players, essentially said like these cuts are kind of ridiculous. This is not the right time to be doing this kind of stuff. And we know during the Men's World Cup, Canada had some issues as well. The men's players, remember when Jonathan David scored and he covered up the Adidas logo, I think, or something, because
Nike,
Nike, right?
Yeah,
but
they didn't
because
make him another jersey.
They didn't make a new kit for the World Cup, and so it seems like there's, and I've heard this a little bit as well, just like accusations of some corruption and things like that, or just mismanagement.
Canada?
You would think, right?
Right?
we just have this assumption that everything,
Like
they're all nice people,
Nice boys up there, taking care of everything.
but no. So essentially what happened were the players, the women's players, said that they were not going to play. They're not going to no longer train and not going to play in the She Believes Cup out of protest.
Which is a big tournament. It's a big tournament prior to the World Cup. It's a huge deal.
It's huge. So Canada Soccer responded by essentially saying, "Y'all better play, otherwise we're going to sue you." And
They said, sorry, but you better play or we're going to sue you.
but also said that they were threatening them to collect past wages because of they said it's just not an authorized strike and that it would be against like a
What
collective
strike
bargaining.
is authorized?
Just saying that was a threat. Christine Sinclair, if you follow her on Twitter, we're showing it on YouTube right now.
Bro, she emptied the clip.
But the last tweet on February 11th, she says, To be clear, we are being forced back to work for the short term. This is not over. We will continue to fight for everything we deserve, and we will win. The She Believes Cup, the She Believes is being played in protest.
Bro, they should just let players run past them.
Bro, that would be...
Yo, you making me play? You making me come out here? I'm
Yeah.
going to sit down on this pitch, and I'm answering texts while they score. I don't care how many goals they score against me, bro.
I mean, look, that would be a wild... Look, I don't... If they're on the pitch, I'm assuming that, because they're competitors, they're going to play, but this is just not a good look.
No, man, you got to make the news, bro. You don't make the news by playing well. You make the news by scoring on your own goal, dog.
Bro, what if that puts them at risk of being sued for even more?
How?
I don't know.
You're playing the game. Oops, I made another mistake. Would you believe it?
So look, I don't know how they're gonna protest.
What is this? Some dictatorship where if you lose, you get killed? No.
But
if you play badly, you asked me to go to work. You didn't tell me I had to do a good job. If you won't let me leave, then best believe I'm not going to do what you want me to do.
Okay. All right. I hope the Canadian women are listening.
Bro, you know what you do? You show up. Bro, you just, lock arms and go for a nice little stroll around the pitch. Bro, you take a little walk. Hey, look who's here. Is that your cousin? I haven't seen him in forever.
Alex Morgan, 45 goals against Canada.
Bro, I mean, guys, just pass it to me. They're not paying attention. If I'm the goalkeeper, I start looking at the post. Hey, man, I never really take a chance to look at this post.
How'd Alyssa Nair get a hat trick?
Bro.
Wow, pretty impressive. But look,
I'm dead ass. You would actually play?
I don't know the details.
Forget the details. Based on what we know, you'd actually play?
If I was afraid of getting sued and the other players on my team, Christine Sinclair is a veteran. Maybe she could handle something like that. But younger players who don't have the resources and money and don't have as long careers, I would play. I think that would be the best case scenario, and then fight it out in the court.
That's some Stockholm syndrome shit, bro.
Yeah, that's exactly what
you're gonna have to come here. You're gonna have to come here.
Break.
You're gonna have to come here and move my legs in the right direction.
And the coach literally
Trudeau. You're gonna have to come out here, Justin Trudeau, and make me score them goals.
Trudeau's got to pull a Macron.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
So
wipe the brown face off, Trudeau. Get out here and make me play this game.
So, I pulled.
You must be bugging.
I pulled up the receipt.
They're gonna risk their careers getting injury for what? The federation don't even care about them.
Well, I don't know the specific details of their complaint. They said that their budget cuts.
My complaint is I'll go. Thank you for the free vacation.
I'm not gonna assume what they should do or what they should not do, but. So I have the like expense report, or like, I guess, what is it? It says the statement of operations. That's what is on the screen. Christine Sinclair posted this and shows the revenue and expenses for Canada Soccer for 2021. And you can see there was a fair amount of money made. You see what was spent on the men's team. You see what was spent on the women's teams. So she's basically posting this like, yo, where's the money going? Because it seems like y'all have money.
Yeah, y'all got guap.
Right. And from revenue alone, in 2021 was $33 million. So, and like the details of how they spent $11 million on for the men. They spent $5 million for the women's team. And there's obviously a lot of other specifics and details.
And by the way, there was no need to throw shit at Trudeau, because I don't think Canada Soccer is a government function.
It isn't.
U.S. Soccer isn't either.
This is a comedy show. Nobody expected you to apologize to Justin Trudeau, bro.
No. But the thing I'm saying is, if this is an organization, they should have to, especially if it's a nonprofit, they should have to specify why there are budget cuts and where that information is going. If your employees or your clients, whatever these players are considered, are threatening to protest.
Sure, and there's clearly some disagreement between.
Justin Freeberg said, "You true don't know what you're messing with." Canada Soccer Association. Yeah, Trudeau caught a stray for no reason, bro.
So look,
this is a P&L statement.
Yes. So it's essentially there's a clear disagreement, and I don't know all the specifics, but it was clearly enough to where the Canada women was like, no, you've gone way too far. Maybe you guys are not spending the money correctly. You're not managing the Canadian Soccer Association or Federation well, and there's no way this came out of nowhere. There must have clearly been discussions for years, most likely, and they just had enough, and then they felt like this was the time to take a stand.
I'm not going to sit here and begrudge an organization from saying like, yo, the budget needs to be cut, budget cuts need to be made. You didn't do it just before the men's team played, but now all of a sudden you're going to do it just before the Women's World Cup,
right?
Especially when your team has a bit of a chance.
They won the Olympics. They have a very good chance.
Plus you're the biggest star you've ever made in this section of the sport is about to play their last two competitions, and now you're gonna make them budget cuts. If you said to me like, all right, we're gonna make some of these budget cuts so that we could put more money into the Women's World Cup, I'd be like, okay, right. We'll go cheapy for She Believes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the way that that's what you say on the Zoom call. I hate to break it to you. We're gonna go a little cheapy for that.
You gotta go cheapy. We go cheapy for She Believes. The cheapy She Believes. Okay, but that's so we could ball out Women's World Cup. I'd be like, all right, bet.
Yeah.
All right, I'm willing to make that concession. Mm-hmm. But not when the whole thing is cheapy. No, there's too many cheapies, bro.
It is wild. And look, this is especially with the U.S. women's national team.
Michael Raymond said, "Is the money going to maple syrup?"
With the U.S. women's national team getting equal pay, that agreement happened last year, and it's going to spread through CONCACAF, without a doubt, and just throughout the world of making these agreements. And I think we saw it's, in my opinion, it's the best move going forward. It's the rising tide lifts all boats. When for the Men's World Cup, we learned, that the pay or the reward was spread throughout all the men and women's players. And even then, people were like, the women didn't do anything. Why we should? And it's just like that's not the point. It is to raise the profile of the sport,
right?
To grow the game, and the way you do that is by supporting the men and women's national teams. So this is, I think, Canada's attempt to get to something similar to the U.S. And it's a difficult fight, just like we saw it with the U.S. and how they were dealing with it for years.
It's like running in any organization. The sales department is going to bring in a lot more money than the janitorial department. Right. But you can't just constantly get rid of the janitorial department, because then the sales department is literally swimming in shit. Okay, you see how this works? And I'm not comparing one to the other. I'm simply saying one department will always make more. Your CFO, your financial department, will always find ways to save more money than your marketing department, which will spend more money. But everyone needs to be getting a certain amount of money so we can grow the organization.
You got to grow the company, bro.
Right? You can't be cheapy. All right, Trudeau, fix this. Clean your face and fix this.
So unfortunate, but we'll see what happens. I would assume for the She Believes Cup that the Canadian women will actually play and will compete. But
I stand by y'all if you don't.
Okay, so we
don't compete, bro.
Okay, so a couple other things. Let's a couple quick stories. I wanted to make sure we discussed. Sebastian Drusi of Austin FC, the prolific striker, who had
an incredible season.
Who won it? Who won MVP last?
Justin Bieber said Alexis is about to get canceled by the custodial union. They're like, yo, why are you talking shit about us, bro?
Who won MVP in MLS last year? Hani Mukhtar.
Yeah, Hani Mukhtar.
But yes,
we voted. We both voted for him. No,
him.
you didn't vote for him, did you?
I did vote for Hani Mukhtar.
Okay.
Yes. But Drusi was very close.
Incredible player.
As well. Crimson Pizza said, how much Cooligans budget is spent on smart sweets, Christian?
Oh, God. Weird, sugarless... gummy candy.
Delicious. Okay. But he did. Fabrizio Romano tweeted this, which is also lovely. It's not a Bogart tweet.
You know what's funny? When you see this, what was your first thought when you saw Fabrizio Romano talking about Driussi signing a contract.
Every time I see this, there's a little bit of like, just like, oh, I look at the image first. Who tweeted this?
Yeah.
Fabrizio. Okay, you in Texas business? You know?
Don't you think like how much they're paying you to tweet about this stuff?
No, I don't think that.
No,
not at all.
I thought that. I'm like, this might be like a little influencer type thing. You know what I mean?
Fabrizio dancing,
He's like,
revealing.
Fabrizio's like, so let's do it. Get ready with me. I was thinking of wearing this Austin FC jersey.
Fabrizio doing his makeup as he's talking about transfer deals.
Let's talk about the Fabrizio skin regime, the skincare regime, bro. You didn't think this is a little influencery?
I don't.
The number one transfer person in the world also happens to be talking about an MLS player re-signing a contract.
I don't think that. Mainly,
this isn't a big transfer from Europe. This is just a player
signing. So that's why it's like it feels
re-signing.
It feels a little.
He's staying where he already is, and you don't get a little sense.
Fabrizio's like, print it.
The streets need to know that this player is not leaving.
So no, I don't think that. I think I think Fabrizio is.
Do you think it's a possibility on a scale of 1 to 10? 10 being very this is what's happening. 0 being or 1 being absolutely not. What's the scale that
I would say 1? I absolutely not. I don't think
this feels like a 5, 6.
Nah, bro.
Mike, you're the deadline vote.
I was gonna say I don't know about influencer, but I was looking at maybe like the other players that Driussi's agent reps, and maybe like Fabrizio's trying to get like a bigger deal down the line. The only big player I can see is Manuel Lanzini.
Which is still
You said
influencery.
Lanzini,
Yeah.
from West Ham, right?
Yeah.
So this is a little influencery because he's
that's
saying
how-
like I'll use my influence to talk about
that's-
your boy Driussi.
That's journalism. That's how it is
I was
nowadays.
gonna say that's how this insider journalism works.
Right.
Outside
Adam
of-
Schefter.
You scratch my
Exactly.
back, I'll scratch yours. I'll
Right,
talk
sure.
about you. I'll talk not that Driussi is because I think he's incredible, but I'll talk about the one player nobody cares about.
That would be my guess.
As long as you
versus-
give me a little on. Who?
I like
again,
this.
Lanzini.
Camila-
That's not enough.
Well, he's got a lot of like younger South American prospects too. So maybe if one of them ends up doing
Okay.
everything.
Camilo Garcia just said the biggest flex is that Fabrizio follows you on Twitter. That is true. He does
He's
follow
also
us.
rated us on Twitch in the past.
That's right. Raid, not rated. It sounds
Rated.
Like, I know. I just say I'm being clear because some people,
Okay.
we're not on Twitch, so
No,
some people may
we
not
have
know what
left
you're
Twitch.
talking. So,
Pay us if you want us.
but the so no, I don't think it's any of that. I do think I do think Fabrizio is genuinely part of.
Or you think he's in a content? Like he's like, I need something to post right now.
I'm not saying he's struggling. I mean, if it was like the
Not struggling, but
if
you
it
know
was
he's gotta keep up
if
a
it was the
certain-
like Icelandic league, I'd be like, oh, okay, I don't understand exactly.
You're doing too much, bro. Yeah.
You're too connected.
Yeah.
I do think Fabrizio tweeting stuff like this out highlights that he sees the rocket ship.
You think he sees the vision?
He sees like
He
okay.
knows Dogecoin early. Dogecoin, everybody.
And not to say, I'm not here to just be like an MLS stan, but I think the numbers speak for themselves. We're talking about these valuations of these clubs. We're talking about the World Cup coming in 2026. I think there's a little bit of like the MLS is now becoming a real player in the transfer market. And they're in conversations.
Sure, but not.
So he has to know.
Not by re-signing a designated player.
No, I'm not saying that. I just think look, maybe this is like an agent thing or who knows or whatever, but I don't think it's any kind of like any salacious or malicious. I do think he sees the growth of
I
the
don't think
league.
it's malicious at all. But I
Yeah.
think there's a little,
I don't think that. I don't think it's money, but I do think it's just like, this is a win for everybody. So all good.
I agree it's a win for everyone, but I would just say, like, if this were me and I'm a fan of MLS, you'd have to inspire me a little bit to maybe tweet out the breaking news that one of your players re-signed.
I don't want to diminish Driussi getting a new deal at Austin because
he is one of the highest paid players in MLS now,
Yes.
which is incredible. And by the way, deserves it. An absolute incredible.
Great ball. One thing that we didn't talk about a few weeks ago, we didn't even talk about Chritian, who did resign from his sporting director role. He resigned from the role,
but he's the director of football still.
No, he is just like a consultant.
A consultant
now, so
Okay.
he is no longer. So he did. So that was the consequence. He did lose his gig after the debacle at the World Cup.
Maybe this is to get an exclusive interview. Does Fabrizio Romano do exclusive interviews?
Not really. He just looks at his phone on Twitch.
He's
and
the new Vlad TV. He's Fab TV, bro. Bro, Fabrizio, hit me up, bro. Let's start this thing, yo. I just got good ideas, bro.
So pretty wild. But again, congrats to Drusy, and it'd be great that we're gonna see him there for a long time.
And shouts to Austin, which a lot of people had a lot of questions about. How would this be when they came in the league? And from the fandom to on the pitch, they've been absolutely incredible.
They're doing great. The other one I wanted to make sure we discussed was Emmanuel Reynoso from Minnesota United, who Minnesota United put out this tweet that simply said, Emmanuel Reynoso has been suspended without pay by Major League Soccer for failure to report to preseason training. We have no additional information beyond that at this time. Reynoso's by far and away Minnesota United's best player, and for him to not be available is obviously, not ideal. But this is so I don't know exactly.
No one is saying anything. I know there's some, there's been some stuff that has come up in his past, and hopefully that's not the return of that.
So the rumor I'm hearing was, and it's all alleged, I don't know exactly what's going on, but that there was some assault. I don't know if he got into a fight with somebody, or I don't know if it was domestic violence. I have no specific details, but something happened in Argentina apparently, and that's why he has not been, why he did not come back.
Hopefully it's not something deplorable.
I hope so. I don't know exactly what's going on.
Like if you just got into a fight with like a regular person, great.
Yeah.
Not great, but not as bad as domestic violence or anything like that.
Right. So,
because there was a rumor of him in the past, like pulling the blick out, right? In like a traffic issue.
Was that him?
Yeah.
Okay.
There was a little bit of road rage, and let's just say he put the kibosh on it real quick. In a way,
alleged. We don't want to get in trouble.
That's what it was. He pistol whipped a kid at a party allegedly. That's not as much fun as what I said. You don't do that. And by the way, kid, you mean like a child? You mean just like someone else at the party?
I mean, are they tall enough to be pistol whipped?
I need to know what happened just before the whip.
I need to know before I start making wild jokes.
Yeah, 100%. I'm laughing because I'm already thinking them, and I will not say them out loud.
Okay.
You're gonna have to get to no cap recap for that one.
So pretty wild, and we'll see.
Someone else say something because Paolo Nelson's comment is the last thing.
A couple other things. We'll move on. We'll see if we get any more details from the chat who have never let us down. Another interesting news.
Richie
Ledesma, who we've had on the show,
also not spelled correctly. Remember, he goes by Richy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Come on,
damn, Tom, how dare you,
bro? This is why
Fabrizio's coming for your job, bro.
It's all over this Driussi stuff. That's why he's getting the influencer deals, Tom.
Those at Tom Boger, MLS insider, tweeted out NYCFC in talks to potentially acquire American number 10 Richie Ledesma from PSV on loan. Go check out our interview with Richie Ledesma from probably about like 2 years ago. It was during right in the middle of the pandemic. Great kid. He was coming back from an ACL injury while he was at PSV. He played for the U.S. Youth National Team.
Just read Ben Skolnick's comment real quick.
Ben Skolnick in the chat said, allegedly Bistelbipped. All right. It's there.
Real quick, into the microphone, Mike. What's your first thoughts on what just happened here?
I was actually looking it up. The kid was 16, so.
Oh man!
Depends on how you view it.
Mike.
No, but that's good work.
That's good work. All right, don't stop.
16 is like, all right, we can laugh a little. We can chuckle a little bit. But
yeah. And he was young too.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, Reynoso was also young.
I heard it happened in 2021, so he was not that young. He's in his 20s, but not. I mean, we're not condoning it, but
no, we're not condoning.
Okay,
but allegedly.
So Richie Ledesma, great kid, and he just hasn't really been getting any minutes at PSV. So this is an interesting wrinkle for NYCFC because they are interested in bringing him in.
Santi's back.
But Santi's back. Santiago Rodriguez is back. He was
Right.
at Uruguay. He was at
He went to
Montevideo.
Torque.
And there was
Montevideo City, Torque.
and there was a rumor that he was getting interest from a Brazilian club. I think Bahia, which is where Cacha Acevedo ended up going.
Okay.
So he had apparently other offers, but no, he is now coming back to New York.
And if you don't know, Montevideo City, Torque is a part of the CFG group.
Correct.
So he simply just comes right back to NYCFC, which with losing...
Not simply, he is not, because he was on loan, but he is coming back to NYCFC and will be signing a long-term contract.
Right. But when you lose a player like we did in the middle, the magical...
Maxi.
Yeah, Maxi Rodriguez. To lose a player like that, you need someone of that ilk to, especially for the way Nick Cushing wants to play. You need that player. So Santi, a great replacement for Maxi.
Right. I agree.
But where does Richie go?
So we know...
Still kind of coming back from injury, right? He's not fully 100%.
I think he's 100%. I could be wrong. You said Maxi Rodriguez. You meant Maxi Morales. Maxi Rodriguez is the other Argentinian legend, right?
There's too many.
This guy left. Why am I forgetting his name? Played at Arsenal. Starts with a Z.
Gideon Zalalem.
Gideon Zalalem.
Yeah, Gideon?
I don't know. Anyway, he went to, I forgot what club he went to, but
he's back in Europe.
Okay. Well, that I would imagine that would be just another backup midfielder. But that's what's pretty good. I mean,
it's a real shame that Zalalem didn't work out, because I still really believe in his talent.
Sure.
He looked incredible in that one preseason.
Okay. So, yeah.
By the way, Ledesma's 22 years old. This is a great signing.
He's a kid, yeah. I think he has a lot of potential.
He's a central midfielder, kind of plays a bit more central attacking than he does defensive, but can play defensive. How tall is he?
I don't think he's that
Height,
tall.
174 centimeters. Who's...
Do the math.
I'm
Alexis.
not buying a 4-H section of a cow. It's stupid.
It's like 5'8", it says.
It's 5'8". Thank you. Come on, Fa Mob.
Camilo Garcia said, I see a lot of B's in the chat and a lot of red on the screen. It makes you think.
It's Valentine's Day, dude. None of us are driving around with Cardi B.
So I think it would be a good move. It would be interesting to see him there at NYCFC. So maybe we can finally meet him in person. That'd be pretty dope. Okay.
Zalalem is in the Netherlands. He plays for FC Den Bosch.
Right. All right. Best of luck to the young man. All right. Let's go back.
You know what? He played for VVV Venlo, which is also in that league. So remember, he was there on loan, and he was very unhappy about it. Remember, he walked past the reporters and said, I don't want to be here, basically.
I don't know. I don't know.
This was one of his loans from Arsenal. He was not very happy that he had to go to VVV Venlo.
Gotcha. Okay. I'd
love to go to the Netherlands, bro.
I've been to. You never been to Amsterdam?
Yeah. My aunt lives there, remember? She used to own the salsa club.
Okay. Well, you said it like you've never been there.
No, I said I'd love to. It doesn't seem like, someone says like, oh, you're going to go play in insert nation you don't like. Don't make me do it.
Okay, I want to pull up.
Nick Red said section of a cow. Yeah, you can buy a whole section of a cow, a 4-H.
I have this tweet
Isn't that
up.
crazy? Even while it's still alive, you can buy it and then wait for it to get slaughtered. Pretty cool. Costs a lot more if you want them to butcher it.
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Well, we don't eat steak?
Paul Tenorio tweeted this the other day. He said, quote, asked MLS if LA Galaxy president Chris Klein, currently suspended from sporting duties for violating MLS rules, is still on product strategy committee, which sets MLS rules. Committee meets this week. The answer from MLS said, quote, MLS does not comment on who is or is not on committees.
They did the spill the water, get up and run.
You could have just said, yes, he's on the committee. Because it seems...
He's standing behind you going into the meeting, into the meeting room.
We spoke about this a couple weeks ago. LA Galaxy fans have said that they will be protesting. The supporters groups have united. And if you know LA Galaxy and follow LA Galaxy, especially the supporters groups, they are not huge huge fans of each other.
They're generally not seen eye to eye.
Right.
But this is a big moment. Do you think the protests, regardless of whether they work or not, do you think it will continue? Do you think it's something that they will hold firm to?
I would assume so. And then I had seen a tweet about the ticket sales for the home open or the opening game, which is El Tráfico, which will be at the Rose Bowl, and it's something like 70% sold, which is kind of feels like those. I mean, it might be like 20% might be the supporters sections. So it seems like they're like kind of sticking to that. To holding firm to what to this protest. So I don't know. We'll see in that first game if we see a bunch of empty sections. Hopefully, LA Galaxy are having these conversations with the supporters. But it made it pretty clear, and we've gotten a lot of tweets from people. LA Galaxy have not won anything since 2014, and for a club that massive, we were just talking about the valuation. They're second most valuable
but
club.
They won a bunch. They got a lot of stars above their crest, bro. You could take it easy a little bit, bro.
It's been a decade. What do you mean take it easy? You're gonna tell supporters, you won 10 years ago. What are you crying about? Is that a way to hold your team accountable?
And by the way, the chat is saying, to be fair, 70% of the Rose Bowl is very good. That's about 70,000 fans.
Right. No, I'm not saying that, but it's still. I'm just saying the support. If they are sticking to what they're saying, that's still kind of impressive. That
also the atmosphere will be dead without them. We saw this the first, I believe it was the first or second season when we were at NYCFC in the stands, and we were like, man, what a quiet game. And then we realized, like, oh, that's right. Then Blados are protesting. And then they came back in the second half. And it's just an overwhelmingly different atmosphere.
Without a doubt.
When there's drums and activity. Which, by the way, did you notice that there's drums now at Arsenal matches?
I saw some clip or something. Yeah,
they have their own Barra Brava now. There's
Wow.
like a group of young fans that have decided, like, we want that South American atmosphere. They're doing smoke bombs on the way to the stadium. They're playing drums throughout the game. It's even for me.
Everybody wants to be Latino now,
Bro,
right? Okay.
Bad Bunny goes number one. Everybody wants.
Now all of a sudden y'all like our culture,
right? All these Brits are moving their hips now. All of a sudden,
eating their pies, and dancing.
You're hearing the creakiness of them hips. I told you I had sounds, bro. Your boy got sounds.
We
bro.
don't even need this soundboard, bro. Okay, so look, but this is interesting because if Chris Klein is suspended from his LA Galaxy job, but still has, he broke MLS rules, but then potentially is still able to do other MLS jobs.
No. In particular, it's the committee that sets the rules.
Yeah.
So he's like, I broke the rules. Well, then I have a suggestion.
Well, no,
we change the rules.
It's not the rules committee. It is
which sets MLS rules.
Product strategy. Okay.
Which sets MLS rules.
Got it. I mean, it's a little. I don't know. Okay, I get it.
It's like if I'm president, but also on the Supreme Court. You feel me? Guess what I just did?
Right.
A couple of suggestions.
So I don't know. Maybe he is not on the committee, but it's weird for MLS to not be like, nah, we ain't messing with him for the next 6 months or something like that. It's odd to me. Anyway.
Like, first rule, dummy says what? Like, wait, what? Got him.
You out, bro.
You off the committee, dog. I set the rules.
Can't believe you fell for that, dog.
Damn, bro. That's day one shit, bro. That's why you got to keep your head on a swivel, my G. This is the rules committee, bro. We play by some real rules over here.
So it's interesting. I wonder, it seems odd that it's gotten to this point where they are specifically calling for a particular person to lose their job, and
he broke the rules. He got the team sanctioned.
But it's weird that it's gotten to that point, and then there's really been no response from LA Galaxy, and to me it's just like, why are you caping for this dude so hard?
Yeah, but I think this is...
Because the guy from Inter Miami, when he broke the rules...
they made him walk off a plank, bro.
like, bro, you are done,
bro. We with you, bro. This dude dusty, bro.
We don't know him.
Yo, you know who else got fired? The dude who co-signed him, bro.
I don't know who that dude is floating out to sea.
Bro, his references on his resume got fired, bro.
So that's why it seems odd to me. I don't know what is.
But this is a LA Galaxy still does stuff like old school MLS, thinking no one's paying attention to the numbers. And two, they still do we're important. We make the decision.
Right.
Not the fans. And I think newer clubs see the benefit of having the supporters care and be one with you. You know what I mean? Want to be at the stadium. Real big, really important things. And LA Galaxy still feel like, the old days, where like we make the rules.
Right.
You know?
So I was looking up I was just looking through old photos. I showed you this a
And
couple.
you're like, here's a picture of my bunion. They got nothing to do with nothing. Like, ew.
I was looking at old photos. This is just.
Which, by the way, we found skin in the studio. We haven't talked about this mystery.
We haven't. We found dead skin.
Yikes.
There was skin. Like, have anyone been disgusting enough to ever just take off a callus? You know what I'm talking about? Like you rip a piece of a callus off. We found that on one of our little tables. And we can't figure out the only person it could be. Either somebody broke up or Timsy ripped up a truck. Hey, he does marathon runs, so he would have calluses.
Okay. Well, let everybody. We gotta look at Timsy's feet.
Bro, Timsy, make the OnlyFans public for a day.
So I was looking up this photo and I found an old photo of me. One of my first early MLS games. I used to go to MetroStars games, but when Red Bulls became Red Bulls, I was going.
Right.
But it was always I went to 2 LA Galaxy matches.
You wanted to see Bex.
I wanted to see Bex, and he would fill up. Just
your
a
heart.
giant stadium.
He would fill your heart.
My soul. But he would fill up giant stadium. This is
it was like the Beatles.
when Red Bulls became Red Bulls and before Red Bull Arena was built. And I would go.
Giant Stadium was a hard ticket to get if Beckham was playing.
Right. And
If the Tampa Bay Mutiny were in town, no one was really rushing.
but I mean, maybe we can see this on camera a little bit. I mean, I think it's clear enough.
Want me to hold it up?
No, this is fine. I think you can see it. That's Chris Klein right there. This was in 2007, 2008.
Dude, Greg Vanny is also
And Greg
there.
Vanny, it's kind of
Obviously, Landon Donovan is there.
Yeah.
Our boy Kyle not in there, huh?
Who? Oh, Martino. No, he
no.
wasn't on this team. I don't think so. But then I also circled Edson Buttle. I texted Edson this photo.
He's a homie.
I was like, yo, I'm like, you were at one of my first MLS games. But I show this photo to say, look, I think Chris Klein is just so well respected in the LA Galaxy organization that they just stick him by him.
Johan Cruyff was taking some of that, Qatar money, and he got the axe, and he completely revolutionized Barca.
He took Qatar money?
Didn't he? He took something. He got booted. Johan Cruyff was. I really hope I'm not saying this wrong.
I've never heard this ever.
Johan Cruyff corrupt.
Kyle was on the team in 2007. Okay, so maybe he just wasn't. He probably didn't start that game.
Something happened. Somebody got booted. I'm
I'm seeing there was a falling out with the president. It doesn't say why.
Yeah, I literally.
There was an issue with you. Well, this is the Cruyff
corruption.
I'm on JohanCruyffInstitute.com. Guess who's not going to talk about it?
In his book, he did talk about a lot of issues with Barcelona, but it wasn't like financial stuff. It was just like a lot of bureaucracy.
Maybe it was a Breckenbauer, somebody famous who played in NASL as well.
Okay.
They were legends.
You gotta be careful with these allegations, bro. Okay, because
come see me, bro. Get in line behind Justin Trudeau.
The
if you
Cruyff estate is gonna be coming after us.
Get in line. The day Johan Cruyff was kidnapped and missed the World Cup. Some of these videos are getting crazy,
dude.
bro.
Yeah, dude. There was he got his family got him and his family got kidnapped. Or they got held at gunpoint. They were being robbed, and it changed his whole life. It was crazy.
Yeah, that would change anyone's life, bro.
Yeah. Mario Salazar said, "Whose voice was that?" That's Mike. Everybody. Some people might be got into the stream a little bit later. Mike Malley, our new producer. You'll maybe see him one day, but he's here. There's a person here.
I am here.
It's not,
there he is.
It's not Chat GPT. It's a real person.
It's sensation.
Okay. The Nick Red said, "How did Chritian get close enough for that picture? Was he a ball kid?" All right, great question. I brought in a little Canon digital camera that had a great zoom on it. I was probably I don't know 120 rows back. I wasn't close at all, but it looked like I was one of the photographers on the field. So great.
That was the exciting story?
Somebody asked about why the picture was so close.
Bro, send him an email.
Drex Van said Barcelona was the only team with no front sponsor in its jersey. Then they made a deal with Qatar Foundation and they got the front sponsor. But this was way after.
Well, no, remember they used to do UNICEF because they donated their front of their shirt.
Right.
And then all of a sudden it was Qatar Airways.
Because at some point they were like, we need a whole gang of money. Yeah.
Well, now they'll do anything now. They'll become FC Kim Jong-un Barcelona, bro.
Silhouettes Rock said called it Mike GPT, gully producer in training.
Hey, I like
Good.
that.
I love it. We got the branding already there. All right.
Michael Raymond said, I legit thought Alexis said guitar money. But are you going to put Sam Ash on the front of your shirt?
Okay.
Yo, get away from me, Christian. It's corrupt.
Okay. Anything else? Or should we
I think
wrap?
we've yelled about a significant amount.
Is there anything else I missed? I think I got everything. Oh, okay. How about we look? We'll end here, and this is a little bit different than what we normally do on
Can
this
we
show.
give the condensed as opposed to reading all of this?
Sure. I think the question is pretty cute though. But essentially I'll put it up on the.
This is on NWSL subreddit, NWSL. Gentleman asks, what's the best way for an adult male to get an autograph for an NWSL game? And immediately, we're also as scared as you are.
Okay, we're like, I don't know if I should keep reading this.
Also, how have you attempted? This is important. And remind you, you're under oath.
The guy is essentially saying, I'm a big fan of women's soccer.
I've gone a couple times.
He's a season ticket holder
Season ticket.
for Oral Rain.
Hey, I go up to the front to try to get autographs, but it seems like there's a lot of kids up there.
There's a lot of young girls really excited to meet Megan Rapinoe.
And he says the players spend a lot of time giving autographs and photos, meaning like, hey, I'm just out here asking for a little signature. These kids want selfies, bro. That's two S's.
So he wants an autograph, and this is the main point, and I want to read this because he says, last year I tried 8 times to get an autograph, but never got to the front. I'm not going to push past anybody. Do you think it would be okay to mail something to the team to get autographs, or is there some other way for me to get autographs? But this is an interesting...
With a self-addressed return package, this man is trying his hardest to be respectful.
This is why you gotta appreciate a thoughtful king right now, right? Because he is really thinking. He's like, I'm a man.
It's still a little creepy, this whole thing.
There's something about just simply asking the question.
It's sus.
It's just a little weird. But I'm gonna give him full, benefit of the doubt, full charitability. This is a good guy that he's like, yo, I really want an autograph, but I'm not trying to mush a bunch of 12-year-old girls, just to get Bethany Balcer's autograph. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't ask the question. I'd be up there before them kids. You ain't gonna push me out the way.
This is the thing. As an adult, I would say
you now have the upper body strength to get to the front of this line.
It's not. Okay, look, I was probably gonna suggest it. Brooke Matera just said
this might be the worst suggestion.
He should just borrow someone's kid and take them to the game. So it's not the worst idea.
I don't think you're gonna find that on TaskRabbit, and I'm pretty sure. And if you do, please let the authorities know. And also, you wouldn't be asking this if you could borrow someone's kid and take him to the game.
Right.
If you had like a niece or nephew that you could take to the game. What is the number one upvoted response? Because there are 15 comments on this.
They're all pretty long. They're all very
basically, the first one, the top one is saying, hey, I'm a season ticket holder. If you're a season ticket holder, I'm sure they do events where season ticket holders can meet and get an autograph from the players. I know of quite a few teams that do that. There are... Like, maybe you don't have to get it at the game. Why, you would just want a sweaty autograph?
Well, that's the thing. There's something to the biggest issue I have here is that he says, I tried 8 times. It's like, bro, you tried 8 times. You couldn't figure it out once, dog? Like, yo, you're an adult male according to your question. And you couldn't figure 8 times? And there has to, so essentially.
Maybe he's just uncomfortable in groups and he doesn't want to be assertive.
Maybe essentially you have to find another way to get an autograph that isn't right after a game.
Maybe by the 6th time, you think this might not be the way.
They should recognize you by the 4th time, bro. So it's look, I think it's a very like cute question and very sincere.
It's adorable.
It's adorable. It's like
Cute's a weird word, but adorable. It is adorable. It's endearing.
Why is it
Endearing.
weird, bro?
Cute. I'm turned on by this question, is what you're saying.
It's
and
sweet.
It's endearing. Yes, it's sweet. It's endearing.
So look, Kirby D saying camp out in front. I love the other suggestions in the chat. I look, and it's interesting because for us, because I'm not a person that
Camilo Garcia said, just buy it on eBay. It's cheaper than what you're doing. You've wasted 8 hours of your life.
It's weirdly something that is difficult for me to give advice because we're around players all the time and
What a flex to this poor gentleman who waited 8 times.
No,
you tell him about how you have easy access to any player
it's
you
not.
want.
It's like I want to give advice, but as I was reading,
Give him advice then. What is the advice you would give him? What is the best advice you could come up with?
it's definitely an event. An event is where if you're
Let's
a
say
season
that's
ticket
not
holder.
possible. Let's say he really can only get the time off of the game.
The only way post game.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to suck it up.
Yeah.
And be a fangirl. Hold the jersey. Hold
Maybe
a scarf, a sign. I'm an adult male, and I really want an autograph.
Just print this out on a sign. It's gonna take a lot, but I feel like they'll appreciate it by the time they get to the end of the paragraph.
So, and just, swallow your pride.
Yeah.
And I know that he's worried about making probably other kids uncomfortable, other people uncomfortable.
Which is true, because those kids may only get one. They only get their parents have to take them. You can go whenever you want.
If I was an adult male, what I would do,
Right. A big caveat here.
Hypothetically,
Right.
I'm a child.
Everyone, use your creativity.
Okay, you see this face, you don't see adult male.
Imagine he had the body of an adult male.
I mean, look, I would if I was going to the game. I don't know if he's single. I don't know if he has a friend.
My CFC song said, "Swallow your pride and pretend you're paraplegic," which we don't co-sign that.
But if you're thinking,
I mean, it's another option. There's a reason why I see it in the live chat, but we don't see it in the top chat. Because even the algorithm knows, don't post, don't say that.
So, look, I would probably bring a friend.
Crimson Beat said, crowd surf to the front. Those are American kids. They sturdy. There's a lot of ways up to the front.
So my first instinct would be to like bring a friend who is a woman and be like, yo,
you push them kids out the way.
Just go. No one's gonna be mad at you.
Yeah.
That's
Here's
it.
what I think. Honestly, what you do is you got to be smarter than the kids. The kids are very reactionary. You've got to be proactionary.
Ken M said, bring this sign that says, not gonna lie, I want an autograph, but I don't want to shove kids to get one.
Bro, you gonna get autographs.
That's a good sign.
And Kirby D said he finna be in the pit. you gotta mash some kids up. No, you know what you do? Kids react. They don't think ahead. You gotta play chess while they play checkers. You feel me?
Okay.
You gotta get to the front before the end of the game.
All right.
You just gotta camp out. Well, you've been there 8 times. You know where they go. You know where them kids be.
So all I'm saying, you should have figured it out by now. That's all.
You gotta get there ahead.
You can't.
And by the way, you're not gonna push any kids. You're gonna get your autograph, and then you're gonna walk past and let those other kids fill the spot, just like at a bar. People fill the spot.
This guy needs to talk to Darren Ravel, learn how to be incredibly shameless. With professional athletes.
Well, thank you for all the suggestions, everybody.
Some great suggestions. I suggest the crowd surfing is the one that I would not do. Second to NYCFC songs suggestion.
All lovely ideas. Anyway, all right, everybody, let's wrap up. Thank you again for joining us. Another fun, ridiculous episode. Shout out to Mike Malley, our new producer, joining us.
Thank you.
Super American name, okay. Mike Malley.
And he'll be with us going forward, and so a lot of fun stuff to look forward to. Make sure you follow us on all socials at Soccer.
Camila Garcia said, "Yo, the Wiggles are over there, and you have all the space to yourself."
Wow,
what reference is that? How old are these kids?
I'll be like, "Yo, Peppa Pig is here." You gotta, something newer.
Yo, is that Paw Patrol over there? Nah.
Yo, I can't believe there's a Bratz doll here.
What reference is that?
Yo, they're so cool.
Look at that. Speak and say.
Damn, we're jumping to decade to decade.
Bro, is that an Etch-a-Sketch? I see in the distance.
Wow, is that a guy with a little ball that falls into a cone?
Damn. Yo, is that 2 kids with a cup and a string talking to each other?
Yo, y'all need to talk to them.
Yo.
Get their autograph.
No, not Nintendo Game Boy Color. Nah.
Okay. Anyway, follow us on all socials at Soccer Cooligans everywhere. You have social media. Follow us on TikTok as well. Twitter at Chris Polanco on Twitter, at non-Alexis. And Mike, you're on Twitter, right?
Yeah, at Mike__Malley.
There he is. And Mike is he's a Chelsea fan, so we'll boo him on Monday, everybody. All right, y'all the absolute best. Thank you for joining us here live on YouTube, and we will see you next week, everybody. Enjoy Champions League this week, and we'll talk about
Chelsea.
it next week. Cheers,
Forget Chelsea.